Welcome to my channel, and I'm singing to distract from the fact that my voice sounds like shit. And my singing voice sounds like shit too, but okay, so I'm sick this week. And there's not a whole lot I can do about it, but I really wanted to upload today. So I figured, let's just bullshit today about ONISION. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is gonna be a long story short, but the truth is, it's not. This is gonna be a short story long. So, long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago, I saw ONISION on YouTube for the first time, and I liked him. I thought he was great. I thought his content was funny. He was really random. There were some of his videos that I weren't into, like the banana ones. I don't get that kind of humor. But when he would make videos talking about stuff and sounded logical, and he would give his opinion like on marijuana or on calling girls fat or anything like that, he was always really kind, actually, and really considerate of other people. And he always just seemed really down to earth when he would make those kinds of videos. So in the beginning, I had this really good opinion about ONISION, and even for a while, I had one of his videos on my Facebook, and it was the one that he made years and years and years ago talking about weed and people who smoke weed. And I just thought the video was dead on about how I feel about weed now. You can go look for it. This is not going to be a video about weed, okay? I'm just trying to tell you guys how it started out with me and ONISION and how I felt about him in the beginning. And then shortly after that, he introduced Shiloh to the world. And sorry, I shouldn't say that, because she was actually really successful before him. But she had a music career in Canada, so she wasn't known here in the U.S., in the United States. Sorry, my voice just hurts so bad. So he introduced his girlfriend Shiloh to us here in the United States, and she started making videos with him. And she was a really cool, a beautiful girl who had a really upbeat personality, and she started her own channel called Draculo. It was like Dracula, but at the end it was an OH. So, I watched that for a little bit, and I just kind of got to know them. And then when ONISION broke up with Shiloh, I kind of stopped watching. The videos were a little bit towards the end of his breakup with Shiloh, and this was years ago, but towards the end of his breakup with Shiloh, the videos just got weird for me. I didn't understand the crying videos. I thought all the videos where Shiloh was having a breakdown or they were breaking up were fake. I mean, ONISION's acting is so bad. It's so bad. So I could always tell when he was just making videos just to get views, and he kind of changed at that time. So I just stopped watching him. I didn't have a negative view on him or Shiloh. I just said, this is really not for me. Unsubscribe, right? Whatever. Fast forward to now, years after him and Shiloh have been broken up, and now he's married to what used to be a woman, who used to be a woman. He married a woman, and then she transitioned into a male. So technically he's married to a man now. Although I will say that I don't think that his spouse has had a sex change. I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know personally, but based on the videos that they've shared, his spouse just prefers to be called a man now. So I don't like saying the word technically, because technically it's not a man. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that either. This isn't going to be a debate video. This is supposed to be how I feel about ONISION. Long story short, ONISION is allegedly he groomed a lot of underage girls to kind of get into sexual relationships with him and his spouse. And it's just this really big controversy here on YouTube, because as it turns out, ONISION actually has two very young children now. And so supposedly he had these underage girls in his house with him while, they were engaging in these sexual activities and these threesomes and whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of a weird fiasco going on. But Chris Hansen got involved because he heard that there was a grown man. Onision's over 30 years old. There's a grown man bringing 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds into his house and claiming that, oh, just because the age of consent is legal, that it's fine if I just sex up these young girls in my house and I can't get in trouble for it, right? And he made these young girls sign like contracts and just to say, I don't know, it's crazy. Onision just turned into kind of this crazy person. And I didn't really give a shit about any of it. I really did not give a shit about any of it until I watched the video where Shiloh was talking about, and that was the girlfriend I was talking about that he had years ago, where Shiloh was sitting down with Chris Hansen, and Chris Hansen was interviewing her about their relationship and how the relationship unfolded and what happened. And as it turns out, Shiloh was only, don't quote me on this, but I want to say she was 15 when they met, 16 when they got together and started having sex. And Onision was in his late 20s at the time. So she told the story of how abusive he was sexually, how abusive he was physically, how abusive he was emotionally. And, in the beginning of the video, because her video with Chris Hansen is really long, I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to sit through this. I don't know anything about these people anymore. I'm just going to check it out. It's like an hour long, her first interview with Chris Hansen. Let me tell you something. I ended up watching the whole entire thing straight. I could not put it down. I just really related to this girl on so many levels because she was just so real and about the way she felt about her relationship with Onision and about how abusive he was. And I'm not going to go into anything personal that I've been through, but let's just say I related to her in a lot of ways. And it was sad. The story that she told was sad, and it was one that hadn't been told until now, that all of this is coming to light about how Onision likes to be with underage girls. And it wasn't really that big of a deal in the beginning because I don't know, Shiloh's age of consent was legal, and they seemed happy together online. But as it turns out, it was kind of all just a show. And all the videos in the past where I thought they were being faked of Shiloh having breakdowns and them having like fights in their videos and him trying to like make weird videos for views, all of that I thought was just fake for views wasn't. He actually was filming her while she was having real breakdowns towards the end of their relationship. So it just kind of turned into this whole thing. But in a nutshell, I think Onision is kind of nutty, and I don't know how else to describe it, because there are certain times in some of his recent videos where he seems like he's mentally stable, but then he'll upload a video of him just crying like a baby the whole time, or just weird shit. Like I feel like he's very out of touch with reality, and I feel like he has the very few supporters that he has left. I feel like he really feeds off of their support, even though it's only like 5 people that are like, oh, I support you. And they're probably little kids that don't even understand what's going on. Onision, I think his days on YouTube are quickly coming to an end. I mean, if you look up his channel, look up the channel of his wife. Well, I'm sorry. She wants to be identified as a male now. Look up the channel of his spouse, and you'll see all of the comments and all of his spouses. And his spouse has like tons and tons and tons of comments, subscribers, everything. All of the comments are just dragging them. Like, there's no hope for them, I don't think. And I was on one of Onision's videos the other day, and I left a comment on one of his videos, and I realized that I was the only one who left a negative comment. Everybody else's comment was like, oh, I support you, we love you, Onision. And I went up to the comments to see how many there were, and there were only like 20 comments. This man has over 1 million subscribers. You're telling me there's only 20 comments on his video while he's being investigated for grooming young girls. No, so it's obvious that he's going through his comments and deleting all the negative ones and only leaving the positive ones. But the video upset me that he uploaded because it was an old video from years and years and years and years ago where he was crying over the fact that Shiloh and him broke up or split up or something. And it just feels like he's pulling at strings, things to like wow the crowd, like, oh my God, he's talking about Shiloh again. And I just don't feel like it's right. One of the things I want to say, and I want to get this straight, is I don't think ONISION should speak Shiloh's name at all. I don't think he has the right to talk about their relationship at all. He was extremely abusive to her, and you can go find all the evidence on YouTube about that. So basically, my opinion on the situation is ONISION's gone off the deep end. He's fucked. I think he's definitely going to be taken off YouTube pretty soon. And I think Shiloh's a boss ass bitch. I love her. Her music's great. She kept doing music after she broke up with Greg, thank God, because her new stuff is like, I mean, have you guys heard that shit? I'm gonna try to put in like a little clip right here if I can. But I just love her, and I feel like she was lucky because she got away from him. I feel like his current spouse, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for those kids. Oh, there's just so much going on. So anyway, I don't really know what else to say. Hopefully you guys understood what I'm saying. My brain is like, stop talking, your throat hurts. So I'm gonna stop talking. I hope you guys have a better day. Leave me a comment about how you feel about ONISION. You know, the whole thing is this, I feel like it's this huge fiasco on YouTube, but in real life it's like, okay. So anyway, all right, I hope you guys have a better day. And if any of you are sick, drink some honey, take some vitamin C, take some ibuprofen, and go the fuck to sleep. All right, bye.
Big lane, put 100 on it. He gon' show me big things. If I say I love him, you could have a thick thing with a little budget, but a little bit of me ain't gon' cost you nothing. Yo, I see you shaking when you scared for. Boy, you a lot of talk, no clever. You know she just want the job, but you're playing for. You know I'ma be the guy you've been praying for.